You hurt for your mother really bad, you know. You hurt for your mother bad, 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 bad.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know, but there's a lot of scars on the inside here. And emotional scars. And it's not, I'm not feeling family, I'm feeling relationship. You're hurting. You're hurting really bad, and you cry a lot about it. Somebody has broken your heart. It's actually taking away all the happiness from you. Why are you feeling that? You're a very joyful person, and this person took all the happiness away from you.
I didn't expect him to. I didn't.
Genuinely, you're a nice person. Why you give your 100%? But he took 110% of your heart.
He took everything. Yeah.
You go home and cry. Before you even pick up the phone and want to talk to him, you look at a picture, you go through pictures.
Yes,
you
I do.
shuffle through your pictures and you get emotional, and then you get happy, and then you get emotional. At the end of the day, you just end up being very emotional. Because the hurt, you can't accept the hurt. You hurt for your mother really bad, you know. You hurt for your mother bad, 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 bad.
Ooh, yeah.
You love your mother, and that's why you hurt so much. You hurt more than anything else, because you feel the pain of your mother in you, around you, and everywhere you go.
Morgan, tell me about the experience sitting with Winston.
I was nervous. I was literally shaking. He sat down, I was like, oh my God, next thing you know, he started to talk about things that I don't want nobody to know. Like, wait, imagine my mother's not watching TV seeing this. But I don't regret it. He helped me face my past. He literally sat down and he answered the questions. He just answered everything that I needed. I sat down like almost every night praying, just wanting to know why this happened. And I didn't understand. I couldn't understand why that happened. To me, I just watched myself like maybe I was not good enough. But he sat down and he told me it was not me. That is just it was just meant to be, and it needed to happen. He brought up a relationship that I had that I never let go. And he said some things that to myself, I just couldn't believe. And when he said it, knowing that he don't know me, my friends would say it, and to me it would just be like they're just saying that because, you know, they know me and they love me. But knowing that a total stranger could just sit down and just tell me that, it was something that I needed to hear.
I can take you as far back as growing up.
That's good with me.
When you were about a teenager, 5 years, 6 years, growing up, you loved to play with friends. You was also a playful kind of child. You're the spitting image of your mom too, I can tell you.
A lot of folks say that. A lot of folks say that.
No, because I can feel the mother love is in you, but I'm not feeling the father's strength around you.
Father who?
I'm not feeling. I'm not. But
no.
I know. I know you.
It's not present.
I know you. I know you've yearned to that feeling for years, and now you realize you become a man, and that feeling has to. But there's not a moment you haven't sat down and thought about it. when you're with your mother, you feel extra happy, boy. Like that.
But of course, I mean,
That joy, but she's bringing a big joy. She's bringing a big joy to you.
Yeah, we are two completely different people in the way we do
Why do I get
things.
the feeling that when you leave home,
Portugal.
you're still worried about your mom? You're still thinking that you
It's not worry. It's not worry. It's just concern.
Okay, I say worry in the
Yeah.
sense that you're
It's not
concerned.
that worry.
You want to
It's a
be
bit
there.
strong.
You want to be there to be
Yeah.
for her in case
No,
something
because you
happen.
see, she will probably give away her soul because she's so sorry and think, well, oh yeah,
She's
you
hurting
need
her.
help.
She's hurting a lot, eh? From all your life, you've really tried to get your dots together, but you always been trying to connect the dots. You're generally a nice person, and trying to find
Whoa.
yourself among these people,
Yeah.
it's been difficult, and I guess you fall in wrong hands looking for love
Yeah.
in all the wrong places.
Whoa.
And it's new experience with Winston. How was it?
Saying this to non-believers who just dive into the great sense of spirituality and said, no, nothing psychic, nothing about the future and stuff. I'm from a household like that. But it's really real. It's practical to listen to someone who have that gift and could tell you those things without asking a question.
So tell me about some of those parts that he captured for you. What was most memorable in all the things that he told you?
Interaction with my dad, or how I did not interact with him, and that being a decisive choice not to interact, and how that had affected me emotionally during preteen or early 20 or young adulthood.
Now, Winston, you being the psychic, of course, do you think Anderson is really going to use the information that he received to really build a stronger Anderson?
Well, you can feel it by sitting with him. You can tell that his emotions are all out of, it's up in the air, and his energy is wow. It's okay, I can go forward. Now you can tell because his energy has become stronger, and he wants to go out there and feel comfortable with life once again. And this is a process that will work for him because he accepts change and he's willing to move on with change.
Visiting, and the reason for my trip is my mom actually has a health issue, and that's why I'm here. And he could have told me why, the problem, and for years she's been having a certain pain and they couldn't diagnose her. And this man met me minutes into my arrival and called it out like a book. 5 minutes into him speaking to me, I know he was for real.
You had a heavy responsibility come smaller.
I know.
You had to take that to the next step even when your mother wasn't there and she would have gone on. You would have to be responsible for. You have siblings as well too.
Yeah.
And that was tough for you.
Yeah. In my eyes, I think that I kind of had to play a daddy in some aspects.
That's why you're feeling this today. Not trying to play a daddy, you are actually like your daddy because you have to look like the responsible one here. But that side of responsibility came too early for you. And I guess you never really enjoyed growing up as a child, how you wanted to be, where you wanted to go, because you were left with so much of a burden. Your dad had a strong influence on your life, and when he left, he left the family very distressed, distorted. Your mother never could have picked up and moved on from there. Your mother never picked up and moved on, and your dad never really turned back to say he was interested to come home and make it right with you. And that part, you missed a lot. You miss your dad coming back home. You pick up the role, I'm being honest with you, you pick up the role where you never understand your father, and you being the person you are today, it really hurt your feelings.
It did.
You actually really watch everybody's family and see them together, and that is what you liked. You like your family to be home with you. You never really had a family, and your mother never understood because you know what? She actually abused you by saying things and telling you things, what she would have done to your father. You turn out to be the one to be very abusive. Because there's nobody else she could have spoken to except you.
Yeah.
And all the others, they wasn't interested, but you took it very deep when your father left home.
Juvel, how was the experience sitting with Winston?
wow. I'm still at awe because, you know, it's stuff that you don't tell people. And it's just like automatic. It's like, you know, this person could tell you stuff that you basically felt, or the emotions, and, you know, basically put you in that comfort zone that make you feel like, you know, it's okay to feel that way. And at the end of it, you feel like you just distressed yourself. You feel good.
What would you say was the most shocking information that he revealed to you?
As a young girl growing up without a father, you know, and basically, you know, letting me realize that I had to put a role in my household because of his absence. And that is the reason for me being the person that I am, you know. So he basically helped me become comfortable with who I am and helped me to realize that it's because of circumstances that I am who I am, and I love the person that I am, and that I'm the most comfortable now that I've ever been in my life.
Winston, tell me about the process of taking Javelle Marie through that journey to make it something therapeutic.
It's actually unlocking the doors that she has closed and finding herself within herself. Things that she have been bundled up inside and she can't let go. She can't talk to anybody about it because nobody actually understands her. Like, I would sit down there for a few minutes and just go deep into her and realize where she wants to release, where she wants to come out and feel free. And I think opening that door is actually setting her free within herself to know it's okay to be you and not what somebody expects you to be.